Hello everyone. Just a good day of riding. Actually gotten stuck in a pretty good rainstorm, so that's fun. No, my jacket isn't watertight. Might as well have just jumped in a pool. The thing just sponged up all the water. So that was fun. So anyhow, I did get a subscriber question. Let's see, I'm trying to remember his or her name. I think it's Stick Shifts Only 93. So hopefully I remember your name right. So anyhow, Stick Shift is asking about the Ninja 250, and the question was a pretty good one. They're saying, you know, they weigh 240 pounds. Would the Ninja 250 do the job during their beginner? They stated they wanted to get a first bike and, learn on the new 250 and then upgrade to something else. So they're just kind of asking my opinion about the 250. Usually when I get a specific question like this, when somebody asked, like in another vlog, somebody asked, should I get a, I want to start off on a Ninja 250, or should I just go ahead and get a 600, the Honda 600, because he's going to do a lot of freeway driving. When somebody asks me, between two specific things, my opinions of the two, I usually just zero in my answer on those two that they asked about. I'm sure, and that's where other people watch the vlogs, and you're more than welcome to leave your comments and say, hey, maybe you think about a Ninja 650 or something else. That's great. Go ahead, throw your opinions on, go ahead, add to it. But when I'm answering a question, I just like to stick with the specific two vehicles that the person asked me about. So that's why I'm concentrating my answers on. And so with this question, Stick Shift was saying, I assume he's a he. I don't know, can't tell. Hold on a second here. I can't break down, shift, and chew gum at the same time. So they're saying they weigh 240 pounds and the key part of the question is that they said that they want to learn on the 250, and then when they're confident enough on that, then they'll upgrade to whatever next bike they want. So what I really like about that question is that Stick Shift has in his or her mind that the 250, the Ninja 250, is a beginner bike to learn on. And with that in mind, knowing that, okay, maybe in a year or however much time it takes you to feel, your confidence to go on, that you want to go on to another bike. So they know it's going to be a learning bike, that they may keep it a year. So I guess they're kind of asking, they don't want to put the money into a learning bike that they're only going to have for about a year if it can't handle their weight. I personally think that the new style Ninja 250, I'm talking about the 08 model years and newer, it shouldn't have any problem if you're 240 pounds. Like I said, I'm 210 pounds. I'm in Denver, so we're, the Mile High City, so we got 5,000 plus feet of elevation. And I remember reading some chart that says for every 1,000 feet of elevation, that's about a 3% loss of horsepower. So right here up in my city, I think my Ninja 250 is about 15% less of what it could be at sea level. I thought it did really great around the city. Some of this area, like the area I'm in right now, it's higher than Denver. It's probably trying to identify that bike. I don't know what it is. So I'm at about almost 6,000 feet, or close to it. And the Ninja 250 did great. So like I said, with my weight in this altitude, it did great. But I did try to take it up to the mountains once, and once I started getting past 7,000 feet, it just pooped out. It ran out of all energy. It struggled with all its might even to go 55 miles per hour. So I say, as long as you're under 7,000 feet and you're over 200 pounds, the 250 will get you around. And with Stick Shift's question, like I said, what I really like about it is they know that the 250 is a beginner bike. And it's not going to be, you know, it may look like, with the new fairings, may look like a sport bike. I mean, people may think you have a sport bike, but realistically, the little Ninjette is a good beginner bike. I'm not knocking it. I think it's great. I'm totally glad I spent my first year bike riding on one. If I had kept it, I think I probably would have sold it by now, because it's just a world of difference between the 250 and the R6. That's why I'd say the Ninja 250 is a great beginner bike. So if you're 240 pounds, don't really be worrying about taking a passenger on with you anyway. I would say the Ninja 250 is still a good one. Like I said, like a lot of people say, you know, if you can, buy used. Find, you know, one a few years old that's been, you know, it's okay if it's been dropped or scratched, because you're buying it knowing you're just going to have it for about a year. So yeah, I'd say go for it. Find a good deal on a used one. Build up your riding skills your first year, and then you're ready to progress on to the next one. And notice, not once did I try to say the word outgrow, because I really hate that sales people at dealerships saying, oh, you don't want to buy the 250, you're just going to outgrow it. So that's my opinion on that. So seriously, why go to the grocery store to pick up chicks? So every time I go to a gas station, seems to be a little honey. Yeah, and her legs go all the way up. Oh, 135. Cool. Get your game on. Oh my god. Oh. Alrighty.